Tosubwe kiddako ku AC Media UG.
Notwogera ku bintu bino ebyewuta abantu abitegera bulungi. We go deep.
Look at the war. First of all, disorganizes the flow, the natural flow of life. Until you can access things easily without any problem. There were some weapons that would sound from very far, but they sound like they are nearby. Of course, the morning report would say it was in this place, so it's like your proximity. Nga yali wala. Nga chali wala. But na wuliranga ekyandi emabega. The explosions.
So gundi zonna zabeeranga wokire emisana nga tebabeerawo.
Emisana once in a while emisana of course katono basanga nga ki. But in the night, some people fell victim of those morning raids or day raids, but mostly in the night. Wawulirako ne buses, ambushes za buses. Base beeyitawo ne bagikuba amasasi. Either they survive or they don't survive, nga bataddewo roadblock obamanyi nabo bateekangawo roadblocks.
Naye nga bwe kiri nti nyongera bagamba nti disclaimer nti bannange ebintu ebigenda okwogera ndowooza z'abantu si zange nga esi oba si zaffe nga team ya AC Media, but so tukwate mpola, don't take it so personal. Mpola tugende ate nga tube nga tuyiga wetwogera ebintu bino we are to inspire. Nyongera bagamba AC Media tuli wano ku inspiring, tuli wano ku motivate. We are here to encourage, we are here to teach okulaba nti tuyine engeri gyetu, even communication tulabe nga ate tuyine tofaali yetwongera ku society. So please sit down, funa ekyokunywa, funa wootuula, teekako tutandike. Lutaro kiro tugenda okwogerako olwaleero.
Again, webale nnyo. Leero just kyetugenda okwogerako your experience.
Yes.
Nti tujja kukomekereza nga tugezaako okuyigiriza ku bantu. And it is not meant to offend anybody.
Exactly.
It's just personal experience. Nti netulaga ku bantu nti kyoyitamu many times kikuzimba oluusi. N'ofuuka omuntu ow'enjawulo enkya.
Ow'enkizo.
Kati kyolimu kati ekikutawaanya, ekikumenya, ekikulemesa. Ndowooza kiri part of what the Lord has given to you such that kikufuule omuntu ow'enjawulo enkya. Nga bwe nabagambye nze nzaalibwa ggulu. Kifo bakiyita Obiya. Gegali amaka ga omugenzi kati Lieutenant Kano Walter Ochora. Mwoba ye Lieutenant simanyi naye nzijukira ye Kano, I think. Yes, Kano Walter Ochora omugenzi. Bwe nazaalibwa ewuwe.
Awo nyini?
Nyini awo. Nze nazaalibwa waka, Esther.
Waka?
Waka.
Toyo wadwaliro?
Si wadwaliro.
Oh, that's good.
Nazaalibwa waka era it was a very normal birth. On a Tuesday morning.
Wow, that's good. That's amazing.
Yeah, so era bwe twakulira nzijukira twasooka kukulira Kampala, I think. Ekifo bakiyita kikuba mutwe.
Kiri luddawo ekyo?
Saidi za kikyaliyo.
Mwe ebintu bikyuka n'abakyusakyusa amannya.
Saidi za Kibuli areas awo. Awalinga kumpi ne Police Children's School, si wala nnyo. Police Children's School kiri kumpi ne Mukwano Industries, main industries awo mu town.
Sawa wakulira? Awo wazaalibwa?
Nedda bwe twakulira in the early days, early 90s eyo. Era twasomera kasomero eyo Lubuga Nursery School. Kali awo era simanyi oba kakyaliwo, then akalala Biotex Nursery Muyenga. Yeah. Naye before that nti I don't remember the times before that. Times ezisigadde awo twali tukyali nnyo bato, so their stories told by our mothers. Nti kati anzaala taata wange kati mugenzi yafa dda myaka gya 95 naye nga nduza nali myaka nga mpezaawokko nga nkuzeewoko myaka ng'ena etaano
oba okitegeera
oba esatu sijjukira bulungi naye omukadde oyo anzaala omukyala mwegomba nnyo akuba siina ngeri yakyogera oluusi. Omukyala oyo byayiseemu bingi nnyo era singa abantu abakolagana naye bakimanya. Omukyala omanyi bano abantu abaali mu periods ezaali difficult okutandikira mu periods za Alice Lakwena nojja n'ogattamu neera n'ogattamu LRA Lord's Resistance Movement or Army oshegera ba LRA ba Joseph Kony ne babiyitamu awo then n'ogattamu ekyokuyita mu stepmother ogattemu ne development nga bwe zaali entalo ezaki eza okukyusa ma government aga Uganda oteekemu abaasooka ba Amini Bote awo ba Yusufu Lule ne bajjaawo between ba Okello ne bajja bayitamu ebyo
byonna
oshegera. And it is not easy nti saawa zino omuntu eyalabirira abaana be n'abatuusa ku level eno single handedly. Of course mwalingamu abayambanga naye nga bayambira mu background.
Naye yasigalawo
nyini mufu yakwata ekike
yakwata wawunya. That is the fact.
Exactly. Kati ye yali forefront.
Wow.
Entalo zaamulemesa okusoma okumalako. Entalo zaamulemesa okubeera n'obulamu obulungi. Naye nga n'asobolako
n'alaba ebintu bingi n'asobola okuraisinga abaana be. Era mwegomba nnyo. Mukyala mugumu.
Era buli bwe mbeera oluusi ngamba twalabanga stories ezimu mukyala apoisoninze baana be naye neyettiramu naakoze kino abaana basudde mu matooyi neneebuuza singa omukadde oyo yatusula mu ttooyi naye nga teyakikola
yayimirirawo.
That is a very special thing nti I find myself very special and I find myself nti I'm one of the most luckiest individuals to be born by this individual. Bo baatambulanga engendo ng'asitula enku ku mutwe oba n'amazzi bagakima mu luzzi eyo ddala wala miles 7 ne batambuza bigere oba n'asotawo akagaali kano ke bayita Phoenix akedda n'agenda ku luzzi n'ano n'amazzi omwana ali ku mugongo asitudde enku agenda waka okukola ki okusobola okutereeza amaka bibayitamu ebyo. So kati bwe tubeera n'emmotoka n'okwata emmotoka n'otuuka eggulu baatambulanga nga wonalaba bano abatera okujja mu byennamugongo baatambula
okuva eggulu
okujja abantu baatambulanga. Ese amasimu gazze mu 2001 ngamba bwe gatuukidde ne gatandika okusaasaana nga ki, but before that twakolanga tutya, bakozesanga ki? So oyo omukyala nze neetunuulira oluusi mu mmira ne ngamba I'm very lucky and I thank the Lord that he gave me this person to be my mother. Anti tetulonda ba mothers
atulonda
naye nze gwe yampa nze ndaba nga nsanyuka nnyo. I'm very proud of her. Nti one day the things I'm doing, the things of quality that I'm doing, even those oluusi tetusobola muwa kyayagala oba kyaluubirira, kyetukola nti ebintu bye tukola mu mikono gyaffe we make sure birabikako so that yafuna essanyu nti mwana wange yakikoze. Era mwebaza siina kyamukolera saawa zino naye mwebaza nnyo nti she has been there. Yeah, so era bwe twava awo ne nkugamba nti nzijukira twali Kampala wano saidi za Kikuba Mutwe. Muzeeyi yali naye musajja yali very nga bw'onoogamba nti omuntu ali very active mu society. Nti nzijukira naye yeesimbawo ku bwa MP ebiseera by'edda. Noono musajja omwami
government ya
era yali government ya Museveni.
ya Museveni.
Yes, I think in the 90s yeesimbawo. I think I saw some poster somewhere yeesimbawo ne waliwo honorable gwe bakajjawo kati
nga bamugyawo kati of recent.
kati takyaliwo. Yes, yeesimba n'oyo omwami. Yes.
N'awangula.
Teyawangula, oli yamuwangula n'atuula ku ntebe eyo for a very long time. Naye ye yali very active nti mu byemizannyo ng'azannya. Yali akolera Kenya High Commission. Ng'atambula. Omanyi mu biseera ebyo tetwalina nnyonyi by then. Naye nga batambuza trains. Ne bagenda wala.
Train ziri ezaffe tukyaziyina.
Of course bwe ziri naye ezaabwe by then baasi zaagenda nga zaalwawo nnyo mu kkubo because of the roads. Long time ago. Kati enguudo nnungi nnyo. Nze tukaaba zino nnungi kusinga ku zedda. Nti yatambulanga n'aleeta ebintu okuva mu Mombasa ng'ageze mu mizannyo oluusi oba mu commission jobs. Nzijukira baŋŋambako awo nti ku kaalo in the whole town or one of the very few individuals to ever wear a pamper nga bazijja Nairobi oba Mombasa
nga
tezinajja
abali mu nappi
long time ago. Pampers
yali egulikako ebiseera ebyo
nga tegulika ng'omusajja yagenda akomawo nazo.
Wow.
It was very exciting nti ebintu byaleetanga ate ne mukadde wange oyo yali good. Taata we yali I think grade 3 grade 1 sijjukira bulungi yali magistrate. Jjajja wange azaala maama wange yali magistrate, so naye yali atambula mbu ennyo ng'abaleetera ebirabo nga kati taata waffe bwe yakolanga. Mu kutambula kwe n'afunayo n'akireetera family ye. Naye ng'ogenda kulaba ku kaalo nga mweka
abakayina. So that's the kind of life.
Yes, it's a very lucky life. But yet, yes, then ekirala yali azannya darts, omuzannyo gwa darts abasinga tebagumanyi. Oluusi mulaba abantu nga bakanyuga akantu kagenda nakagwa ku kasaako. It's called darts. It's a game that many people play lwakuba nnaku zino bu boards obwo bwadda nnyo mu mabaala. Naye nga I think it's still a sport. It was a national sport. Abasajja nga bazannya nga bagenda ne traveling ne representing Uganda. My father was one of them.
Wow. Bawangulanga.
Kati nyina kuzanya darts I think in the 2006-7-8. 2006-7-8. Nenga benazanya nabo nga bambuuza gwe taata wo yani. So when I would mention my father name, Romeo the darts player. So he was kind of known mu bantu. Why? Darts. Muzanyo gwa mutunda nnyo.
Gwali gwakabi ogwo muzanyo.
Baana osinga ku radio Uganda. Abazanyi bano bagenze ne bawangula. They were very good.
Wow.
And I don't know why that game is dying out, but it was a serious national sport. Nikati there are other new games which have come.
Baana tubajja ku mupiira.
And but omupiira gwaliwo nga mulungi. I remember those days nti soccer was one of the main sports of the country. Otekako I think netball and a bit of basketball. Nenga darts nga bwe ngambi. It was one of those main sports that people used to play at Silver Springs. Bugolobi was their main thing.
Era yaliwo.
It was at Silver Springs Bugolobi. Simanyo bakati bichaliwo, but it was at
Anti Silver Springs. Chichaliwo ekifo.
Ekifo kichaliwo.
Era nga bakita Silver Springs.
Well, I'm not sure, but buli gwosaga twazanyanga mu Silver Springs Bugolobi. I don't know whether the name was Silver Springs by then, but that's where they would camp. I think it was their main place of competition.
Okay.
It was a host place for competition here that's in the country. And many other places. In Tindao, there's a place, I think, Echambuka Stretcher, there's a place we used to play there. Edobasanga nga bakunyumiza emboozi and like, these people are from long ago, yes. So Tata wange yali one of those individuals. Unfortunately, the Lord, called him in 95, and we didn't have much time with him. So kati
obeera ne mami
omukadde bwe yatandikire
okuhasolinga
haso ye bwe yatandikira n'atambuza ekintu kye paka kati. She's very resourceful. Nga bwe ngamba many times.
Mami yali housewife oba
okiraba kati ekiri fane kiri nti mami wange yali athlete. Mu biseera mu Okot YY, there's a school in Kitgum. Bajita Okot YY. Mami nga bwali yali athlete bana abadduka 100 meters ba Usain Bolt abedda mu league y'abakyala. She was very good because muganda waffe mukulu yali athlete 100 meters nga twebuuza bivaawa kume nga abijja mu ki
mami.
It's a gene from mom. Muddusi.
Can you run?
I can't.
You can't.
I played soccer. I was a goalkeeper.
Okay.
I can't run.
Why don't you represent us?
No. In the I am telling you, I remember I used to do so well in school was goalkeeping, soccer. Ngokikola n'abantu abandooza bajjukira nti kusomero from primary and secondary. I used to do it.
So mami yatandikira awo.
Mami we yatandikira.
Olwo daddy agenda bambi ava mu bulamu bw'ensi abaleka bameka ne mami azin abaana azin
tuli bana era tukyali bana. Era bwe yafuba n'atujja mu embeera ey'okubeera nga we are desperate for life, n'atuyigiriza nti learn many skills
as possible. In learning many skills, you take away many burdens from your life. Kanchidemu. And I keep remembering this every now and then. Young man, learn so many skills that any situation you get into, you'll come out of it victorious. The esi katigwe nze bwe ntudde wano. I have taken very monumental photos because I'm into art. I'm into print media, art generally, media. Nti camera joli mukozesa, I know how to operate it 100%. Yeah.
There's no part of the camera I don't know, and I understand it in depth because I did a diploma in photography. You get the point? Yeah. That is a skill which you take out. Talk about writing and publishing books or putting to print.
A nice skill.
It's a skill.
So Zonano, why ganga make a skills?
I learned so many. I remember omukadde yalinga I remember then she's very skilled, yasoma catering. Naye nga akola chapati, akande ngano nakola chapati. I learned that immediately. Sumbusa kumacha nobeera nga gwazitwala ku maduuka.
Omugenzo zigaba.
Wano bwe twakulirawo ne ekiteetika. Nzijukira ngagamba gwakikola leero. Zukuka sawa 11 utandika obulamu obwo. For me it taught me that okay, something of value is something that is changing your life, that you have to look at and learn a lot of. Nzijukira muzeeyi yawo, waliwo muzeeyi, a friend who passed away I think 3 years ago. He used to make kabalagalas. He was so good supplying the areas of Watoto Church. So good that you eat this chapati and this pancake. My God. And I remember what he used to say. Oyagala kakamulali, oyagala katayina. Oyagala akali soft, oba kali hard. Those 4 things.
Biranga
And he would be singing that. And everyone would yearn for his time in the evening when he used to come. Indeed. Such skills, I realized, used to help his family so much. Indeed, the entire family went to school because of his works. Okuzukuka ennyo ku macha, n'akola ebyo, n'atunda. He used to send his pancakes abroad. Yes, nga tuziweerezayo abroad. You buy for 200,000, send to Dubai or send to the UK or the Netherlands or Germany.
Zituuka ziri fresh.
It will be okay. There's just packaging. Nti zituuka, oli n'azitereka n'azirya mpola mpola until when they are done. Mpozi ndooza bazi microwaving. Yes. I looked at the main thing that Muzee had was the skill. There was another Muzee who used to have a Suzuki white truck. Edda nnyo mujjukira around bench wanukaho. I don't remember, but I think he used to park in many places. But naye mujjukira when Equatoria was still a hotel, because yali ekyali hotel before they transformed into the mall.
Yeah.
Nga Muzee yawo waali just behind Fido Dida, around street eyo. Very nice pancakes. I cannot forget this. So I look at those as skills that are transformative. Skills that can change his family's life. Kati, that's where the children will come in and say, nange kanchige. Yes, mberenga ngo wenyongerezaako Muzee ne muyamba.
Trabe.
Amandazi. Yagakolanga. Kiraba. Ebintu ebyo, I'm telling people that, you see, your parents are doing certain things that are helping the family. If you joined that force, I mean, a team that works will always work. Put in that effort. Ochige bulungi such that mubeere babiri. Because wajja keera okumacha nga Muzee akoye fatigue oba ng'alwaddemu. Kitegeeza ffe bakasitoma tujja kutuula tulina paka lwaliterera. It's a family resource or it's a family gold mine. Until you have a gold mine which is called that skill or that
pancake, mutungangoye.
Mutungangoye.
Wewe emindimu
ejiri generation mu family. Mugitambuze temugikiriza kufa.
Muri baso, yes. Naga muri basomesa naye kikankireke.
Because ffe kyali nga kituyambe nnyo. Naye nga n'omukyalo yali afumba. Oh Jesus. She's so good.
Ngamufumba emmere.
Kati awo.
Manyi in Uganda we have a say. Tugamba atanaita. Well, yatenda nnyina okufumba. How true is that?
But okay.
Wakati wa mami yafumba n'afumba time netuuka oba you married.
It's a her life thing.
Yati n'afumba emmere nga this food is good. Kati ofuza otambuddeko.
Simuwaana nnyo naye abamulabye.
Teweeyamusinga kufumba.
Okay,
no, to you, emmere yonna gye waalidde.
Okay, to me, she's one of those very top. One of, meaning a collection of those many very good individuals. Abali mu age ye. Because kati naku zino tuyina the young generation who are better creative and then they are more energetic. Kitegeeza kati babusingako in that balina qualities. But she's one person who has done it well. She's good.
Tugende maaso.
Bwe nvaawo ntunuulira yatusindikiriza okukola obwa porter construction sites.
Nawo wakolako?
Yes. Nga pocket money bweva. Zijukira sometime back they used to pay us 1,000 shillings. Nga nyingi. Ka pancake katano. Pancakes were 50 shillings. They were 50 shillings.
Yeah.
And 100 shillings you get 10. Nga gwabeerawo nga ow'amaanyi kusomero. Because you have your 100 shillings to spend. So 1,000 shillings you would make in a day of work at a construction site was a lot of money. We learned those skills just to make sure nti totuula butuuzi.
Totuula waka.
Just don't sit. Do something. Make yourself useful. That's why I tell people the skills I have now in publishing, utilize me. Nga nkyaliwo.
Tulabe nga
Utilize me. Many of you are just there. You just come with your idea. Tokkiriza nti kumbuuza nti bw'omanyi ki kye tulina okukola. Ask me all these difficult questions nkukuyigirize. Because for me, I think I'm an all-rounder. Nga bwe ngambye. Print industry yaffe ngitegeera nnyo okusinga bangi. So if you utilize me, ask me questions left and right. Nange nsigala njiga every day. Tinina bensanga nengamba nensirika nenjiga. So chengamba nti the skills that you think you are ignoring right now, waliwo abamanyi okuyimba naye nga batuulidde that skill. Waliwo abamanyi okukola something that they are sitting on. Please stop. Wake up from what you're doing. It could be a life changer.
Abantu banoonya mirimu kwame mirimu
kati labono omwana. I think it is a skill. Ono tengi. That's very skillful. What is doing it is funny. It is probably ugly to other people, but it is a must. It's creative arts. It's a skill.
Mukola kasente.
Sometimes it's inborn, sometimes it's just built. No chikuza. That skill that you have, that you're seated on, or that talent, nurture it to something. It could be your life changer. Then one day it changes your life completely in a very positive way. So develop that skill that you think you have. Or if you see you have that different thing from what your employment says, chikole banji betumanyi. Kati comedian nga Salvador. Oyo engineer mulamba.
Ndiye bitekeri.
Ya engineer, telecom engineer
yabisura ye na
bitere. He's fully fledged. He's very good. Kati the saying that the peace we are enjoying right now is actually actual peace for now. Like it's just the physical peace we're enjoying until we don't have the other bullets or gun sounds or bomb sounds that Kato yinzo tambule chiro sawa mukaga ezechiro no tatya.
Yes.
But we used not to have that.
Tewasala nga saa 2.
Ate saa 2 12 nga already to our camp is in area in the gazetted area. Anyway, this is my experience. By that time we had to go to the bus park. We had to go to that place where we would gazette. If you didn't go, of course, either you're lucky or you're taken away or you're killed.
You're taken away, you're killed.
Because by taking you away, of course, they are either probably, I don't know whether it was recruitment or just kutambuza, because batambulanga munsiko.
Anything they feel.
There are children, Essie, who have gone in through much more than what I've gone through. But my experience is that what we went through is not something that you'd wish to go through. Era olusi tulaba nti many people desire changes in certain countries, but they don't know what burden that
comes with that so-called change.
They don't have the mental capacity to measure the possible outcome.
So
that's why for us we advocate ntikola ebibyo okuza obulamu bwo gwengo omuntu.
Kyekyo tuwulira nti abantu balowooza nti abakadde baagala nnyo this government. Jukira osanga abantu mwagala ntalo bambi temukyogerako because they know.
They are trying to safeguard us from what could be.
Petugamba nedda we can tusimbule. It's okay. Libya nga chadi masavu.
Do you know what is in Libya right now?
How many years? Change. We need change.
How many years? Is it 14 years since the government left? Is there any stable government? And are they having the medical facilities?
Nothing.
Don't wish for that.
I want to chitwagala. Abana, abana baffe bana abavubuka. Abana ba social media.
Okay. Okay. Nze nga vengulu. I wouldn't wish for that because I've had enough of that. I've had enough of that. I would have loved something else, but I don't have the capacity to want that. I want to focus on making sure I build myself into something.
No twogera ku bintu bino ebyolutalo abantu abitegeera bulungi, we go deep.
Look at
biki ebirala ebyaliyo.
the war. First of all, disorganizes the flow, the natural flow of life. Until you can access things easily without any problem. Ekyo kijjawo nti kati olina okwebbirira olye ku muwogo wa gundi mu lusuku lwe
Towabbanga but olina okubba because you have nothing to do.
Okusikubba kweyamba.
Obobbye. Picking someone's stuff without
Katolaba
permission.
naye nga bwe yaddukira
Gye yaddukira naye gyakyakola.
gye yafunira emmere ey'okulya yalya yaani yali yiye. By that time for us tukirabanga kweyamba. It is something that helps us to live and manage. Nti just imagine right now nti let's say in the countries which are facing war nti oddukidde wano ewuwe awali emmere buli kimu ne weekwekerako mu nnyumba ya AC. Taliiwo ogenda kukola otyo, ogenda mukubira simu nti njagala kulya ku mmereyo eri mu nnyumba.
Olya buli.
Kati awo obeera obbye oba?
No, yambi oba tolina kyakukola.
Very good.
Kati Mr. Okello, Derek, omanyi mu bintu eby'entalo, actually information gye nawulirako kwanga nawulirako nti abaami babawambanga ne abatwala nawo you had to join the rebels by force.
Incorporate you into the force, yes, by all means, yes.
Ne basaasirangako ku baana abato ne bagamba kale mwana muto tumuleke. We don't kill. Why we don't do anything bad?
From the shared experiences, many abatuuka bagambanga nti bwe babatwalanga, of course they were made to be incorporated into the army through certain means that were not natural or not human. Nti to make you a killer, ti osookera kubabo bw'oba esi otambuddeko ne baganda bo kaŋŋambe mutoowo bakugamba esi oyo muteme. Bakuwa ejjambiya nti oyo muteme.
Ng'omutema
bw'ogaana nga nawe
bakutema.
No, bakugamba kawumulemu kaawo.
So you have to kill.
Omuzadde wo nga mukadde ali tuddileyi nga tutambula ngamba esi kwata ejjambiya oyo mukoleko. Ogenda kukola oti?
Anti nawe wotatta nga bakutta. So you have to kill.
The way they incorporated these individuals or banabana was very inhuman. To omwana kati w'omujja yeeyo and you bring him back to the normal society, he's not normal. Aba yeetaaga some form, some high level rehabilitation. Kati nze ndaba bano abali mu kooti y'ensi bali eyo naye baatuuka batya okujoininga omukulu oyo Joseph Kony. How did they get to join? They have their story. After joining, what gruesome acts did they commit? Okitegeera nti kiki kye baakola after they were incorporated into the
abadi mu ICC?
Abali mu ICC,
ICC, yeah. International Criminal Court.
Kati waliwo abalala bangi abaana abakomyewo mu society. They are living side by side with some of us who never who are a bit lucky to not be abducted. Do you know the impact of what that has? Ti omuntu tali bulungi mentally. You've released him back into society. Ali naffe. Ngate aina some special care gye some special sort of rehabilitation nga bwe ngambye, which of course some organizations really did well. Organizations akola bulungi nnyo in the north, of course with the government. It did so well. Nti some organizations, I think GUSCO, it's Guru Gusco, I think Gulu support children something. What organizations is that some form of rehabilitation to make sure they transform these individuals who are former abductees. Then never politicians bakola a lot. But Betty, Honorable Betty Bigombe.
Ndabamu omuntu avuddemu eyo embeera aba alina okubaawo omulimu munene
nnyo actually
because abadde alaba musaayi alaba engeri gye battamu abantu alaba engeri gye bakwatamu abakyala alaba engeri kugamba okukomawo mu society.
It's not easy to come back and be assimilated into the society nti ojja n'emigugu gy'ogenda okushare like teach other kids. That is not good. Anti abantu abo, they need some sort of, I don't know whether it's called correctional center. Nti obatereza obaze bupya oba like I don't know what you could do to them. Some organizations did well, which they are still doing. The World Vision.
But I think era kitandika naawe. That's what I think.
Exactly.
Yes, because oli okujenga, you know what? Ku byonna by'oba olabye kati nga olaba nti balaba ebintu bingi nnyo bye baawamba ate ne baddako ne babeerako ne bakolako n'abayeekera ebintu bingi nnyo bye baba balabye so kati omuntu omutuuza omugambe you know what you can change aba naye ayagala okukola ki okukyuka
abaana bangi if singa tuyinayo akakisa to just set up a center a government run center nga bw'onogamba bansonyiwe I'm going to relate it to Luzira. It's like now a correctional center but you set up a center which is for post-war individuals. Naffe nga bw'otulaba esi we need some form of help, some form of mental rehabilitation. Oyinza okunda wano ngamba nti no, we need a lot of help.
Bemwalaba.
We need a lot of help. Even nga bwe tulya abazadde baffe, you see certain things, the way they react to certain situations, olabira ddala they need help.
So kati scenarios kale oyina scenario gy'onyumiriza sometime back oyina scenario gy'oyogeddeko nogamba scenario eyo ey'okujja ne babagamba bajja ne mudda wali undercover ensanafu. Which other scenarios ze walaba?
Katolaba waliwo ekifo kino ng'ova ku prison ey'eggulu ng'agendera kyo hospital.
Yes.
Naye nga tonatuuka ku roundabout kano kakuza ku St. Joseph's I think Layibi kano kagenda Anaka then kano kagenda Lacho hospital. Side awo nawo we twabeeranga bayitawo Michan kyalo kalinga kaalo katonotono. Nzijukira baatugambangako nti wiiki eyo abayekera bagenda kubeerawo. Of course nabo baannouncingawo ng'oluusi nga nti operations zigenda kubeerawo. So stubbornly I think oba kyali kuba senga baffe be tuli tubeera nabo tetwavaawo okugenda mu centers designated centers zetulina okubeera. Twagumya mutwe. I can't forget this.
What happened?
Twaddukira mu kayumba akaatayina ebbaati. The person tried to construct this house mu biseera bya Amin. I think they constructed it and the vandalism during Amin's time n'ekijjako amabaati n'enzigi n'amadinisa
ne
kasigala nga kali awo. So that time guy oyo yali agezaako kuzimba ekizimbe naye teyakimaliriza. Yali yakayiwa hardcore wansi na walls yakaziteekako n'amabaati but nga talina waavuddawo. Then amabaati ne bagavandalizinga. So ennyumba n'esigalaawo nga bweri mwetwekweka enkuba n'etandika okutonya
nga balekera
tubawulira amasasi gavuga magamboots anti ng'owulira gamboots mu nsiko oba ogiwulira kati bw'eba eyingiddemu amazzi eyina kasawundi keekolaawo gamboots twekwekera omwo anti katukutte senga waffe naye nga mu kutya okungi because nzijukira twaddayo ewaka ng'ennyumba bagyokyeza. I think one of the houses only one of the houses. And because we had I think 4 huts. Naye ng'emu baali bagyokyeza.
Bagikumyeko omuliro.
So in our minds we were just waiting for that moment. Bazze. Muje. Batandika tukuba or something. But we never got to that point.
Bakayitako.
Luck.
Katonda.
But what I remember, the coldness of the night amidst the rain, amidst the hard stones, gano ga hard core, amayinja gali mu nyumba eyo. Bali tebanakuyiwako nkokoto, omanyi basookako kale yaako. Ne balyoka bayiwako enkokoto. So aga amayinja kwe twali twebase. Asinga tutute. Esi, that is not a good experience you would want to be in.
Never.
I remember another time we delayed to leave. Natuvera, I think mu flat. Waliwo era bagita flat. I think flat quarters. But sisi kyajjukira bino because mbadde nnyo mu Kampala kati ebintu ebimu before ebimu. Yeah. There's an area near senior quarters. Nga agenda Gulu University. Waliwo flats nga I think there were staff quarters flats awo. Twalwawo to do our things and move to the township. We twali tukola ki tusula ekiro. Amasasi agatandika esi. Nzijjukira twadduka nga n'ekiwempe. The noise. Of course, when you leave home, you're now leaving to the bus park. You meet others, abagenda, many thousands walking besides the roads.
Babakumye.
Nga batambula bagenda mu designated places wetusobola okukuumira ekiro ekyo kiggweko the harshness of the Joseph Kony nakyo kiggwe tulyoke tuddeyo ewaka ku makya. If you've ever heard the sound of tear gas canister, if it has ever exploded above you, then that is just a fraction of what a real bomb sounds like.
Those things happened.
Let's see. If you got a chance to be, okay, not a chance, some bad luck to be near where there's a demonstration and a tear gas canister exploded near you, then you'll understand how difficult it is to be where there's an actual bomb which can in a split second take your life. There were some weapons that would sound from very far, but they sound like they are nearby. Of course, the morning report would say it was in this place, so it was like your proximity. Nga yali wala. Nga kyali wala. But nawulira nga ekyandi emabega. The explosions.
So gundi zonna zabeerangawo kiri emisana nga tebabeerawo.
Emisana once in a while emisana of course katono basanga nga ki.
But in the night,
some people fell victim of those morning raids or day raids, but mostly in the night. Wawulirako ne buses, ambush za buses. Base beyitawo ne bagikuba masasi. Either they survive or they don't survive. Nga bataddewo roadblock obamanyi nabo bateekangawo roadblocks. It is possible there are some who died, there are some who survived. I know for sure even right now as I speak waliwo abantu nga abaali nga mu bus and gye bagezangako okustopinga with bullets and what not, but they managed to escape. Up to now webali. They are there living, managing life. Esi, nti singa ogamba nti oyagala kuwa abantu entandikwa, nze mbadde ngamba otandika n'abantu ab'engulu over the eastern people are going through that war. The action ntandikwa. Of course they are giving, which is good, nti there are centers which are trying to equip abaana ne skills. Naye nga government incentives nga ziri wagguluko okusinga ku other areas. Nti bw'ogamba nti region eno yali engaged in war for a very long time, let's give them this incentive to further develop. Nabo bajje ku level yeah, the rest of the country. Because neighbors, auntie, are they okay, are we at the same level as people who are in Kampala, who have lived all their lives in Kampala?
Nothing like it to be that.
Okay, mpozi abakadde abalaba ku biseera bya Amin. That was also a bit dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, okay, it was very dangerous, they say. Joseph Kony. It was so gruesome.
A nightmare.
A nightmare. So twetaaga nti obuyambi buno buli a bit kangambe buli exceptional from what they give the rest. Ndi esi bw'olaba ku abaana b'engulu are very sharp. Nti somero wise ku somero bayita ebibuuzo science subjects. Nti if the country needs some scientists and what not, bagende engulu, they do the recruitment. Yes. People are so brilliant. Yes, there are people brilliant here too, but that side, eh?
We know, I know.
Ndoza mwasoma nabo. Yes. Bokero, Bakero.
Happy hours by the time when I saw me. That we never 20 years bava enguru here. Ninga this very smart.
Very smart and clever. So just imagine if they had the opportunity you have or you had. The most intelligent individuals, Baliyeyo. It's just that they have not gotten the opportunity.
But how long yadi banga chikoni yadi because temanyikidwa bambagamba some emyaka tegikwatagana.
Okay, what I remember until up to 2008 there were still raids in certain areas, but the government had strengthened its poles or its defenses or offenses. I think because the operation Yagaramba, take out to now further expel the rebel activities from the country. That was 2008. Yeah, 2008. But up to 2005, Esther. Up to 2005, yes. 2005, juicy. How many years ago? About 9 years ago, I think. Yes.
15.
What? It's 2024.
About 15 or 2015?
15.
2015.
No, 2005, 2005.
Yeah, okay.
That's about what? 19 years?
19 years.
Yes, 19 years.
Yes.
Yeah. The war was there. There are people who have suffered up to, I think, 2008, probably, in distant areas. Of course, now when because the government became so strong and they managed to expel this, but of course with help from so many parties. But abantu bafa. Kati ove kwecho, oyinzo sanga one kid nga he's the only survivor. The entire clan or family or homestead is gone. Ngaliwo yeka. Everybody. Anyway, rebel activities are like that. I've read about it in many countries, and that's how they are. Their objectives are their objectives. Whatever they wanted, even Joseph Kony, whatever he wanted, it's okay. That's what he wanted. But fe abali mutaimeyo, it was so bad. Kati mami nzijukira mami kyeyakola n'agamba nti it's going to be very bad if we die from here. N'addukirako e Kampala n'agamba kangende nnoonye we tugenda okukola ki okutandikira obulamu. Chobola, when I told you earlier on, one of the examples was that twaline senga eyatukuuma during that period we twasigala, because yatulekawo ye n'agenda n'abato ababiri asooka anoonye bwe tugenda okukola ki
okubeera then mwe amalaba
alyoka atuyite. But bwe twasigala naffe twasigala mu kubonaabona.
Yasimatuka atya
tetwamanya. Okay, bwalingawo ebiseera ng'ogamba gino emyezi mirungi, there's no war, no bus roadblocks. Naye nga ne wabeerawo ekiseera nga it is a very bad time. Nti kyalinga sinusoido nti time zimu zabeerawo nga it was so difficult, too much gunshots, too much then
bombs.
Yes, ne watuukawo ekiseera nebisirikiramu. I think the government ebayina, you know, that time when probably they are out of bullets, I don't know, that's an imagination anyway. But then the suffering, the level of suffering that we underwent, okay, there are many who underwent more than what we did. What can you do for those individuals? They are there up to now who have not actually gotten any help whatsoever. There are many who also got help, but they still need continuous help for some good time to come. Esinti sawa zino okeera kumacha n'olaba aba boda engeri gye bavugamu, ogenda okunoonyereza olabira ddala nti he's an ex or a returnee, ti bano abaakomawo okuva mu nsiko oba like ngamba like yawona aba escapinga kati naye agezaako okuyiya obulamu kati akola bwa boda naye ng'envuga yaabwe Katonda wa mbi nnyo. And when you try to understand, you find that they are from families that are so much affected by that war. Tusanga nti oba yasigalawo eka tewali amusomesa yatandikirawo obulamu. Esi, when you go to my villages or our villages, osanga abaana abavubuka bali mu kunywa njaga, bali mu, you know, kwegattanga na baana bato, like young people who should be in school. Nti the effect, the post-war effect gye tulina nti talina muzadde ajja omuweerera, talina waatandikira, talina guardian. Talina guardian.
So now obulamu bwe ne beera just wasted like that.
Just wasted. There are towns you go to, n'olaba abaana, they are young. If you ask their ages, very young. They are children of victims. Now, those victims did not get opportunity to train up these children. Ningo balaba abaana bali awo. Yes, we were lucky until some organizations picked up us and helped us to get to such levels. And we appreciate them. There are very many, not one hand, many hands. But there are some individuals who never got those supports. Oyinza ogenda mu town nosanga abaana, yes, naku zino nti kati waliwo enkulaakulana, I don't call it enkulaakulana. Ti abaana boonoonese banywa n'emyenge, young children who are not yet ready for such. But wogenda okufindinga out, yes, abazadde weebali, but these parents don't have the capacity to look after these kids or to train them up to, you know, the standards of life. No manyanti, you have to be responsible. You have to do something good out of you such that you enjoy and your family enjoys. Genda olime, oyine ekibanja, genda olime. Or genda otandikewo ka business ka biashara. Okole kino na kiri.
Olabe nti you move on with life.
Such that you move on with life. Bo baagala kana akali easy. Nkozeyo omutwalo kangende nyweyo buwaraji. Nakole encha. Tomorrow will, yes. There is nothing like that in the youth today. Yes, mwebali abagezaako. We recognize them and thank them. We ask them to continue and press forward. Naye waliwo bali. Esi, you take time.
They are not responsible at all.
When you take time to go to the north and you actually understand life in depth outside of the township.
You advise me to go. Ngenda by the way not.
Genda ko mu myalo eyo awali obusiisira.
Some 3 months and not.
No problem. So try to understand what is going on. Look at it in an objective way, or understanding how is life basically. People are going through certain things that tosobola.
We don't know.
Kati da bayogera ko those diseases. Ti on top of Joseph Kony, ka Ebola ne kajja ne ka sweeping ayo be ka sweepinze. Kajja, I think it started from the north. The first time Ebola entered the country was through the north. If I'm not mistaken, I apologize if I'm mistaken.
You're not mistaken.
It swept so many. Kati sawa zino tulina nodding disease. Kinyenya mutwe. So it's a continuation of our suffering.
It's like this.
Simani, I can't talk much. I respect those who are suffering from that.
Because
I don't want to say much about that. But Chengambanti, Esi, the North is suffering, even though people are saying, but politicians. Now, if you understand how life is actually, the young ones, Jinemitie mito. Chiralamu.
Actually, look what the different version of life. You know what? Weird things happen. Remember, even now,
mpulidde abantu abambuuziza nti ezentalo tewaliiwo. I am very old, my friend. Nti the things that are going on in the North generally, nti twetaaga, I don't understand which kind of help we need, but one thing I know is that we need help, because I'm not an expert in that area. But post-war help, you know, that is possible, should always keep going and never stopped. Because if you help these individuals and equip them with skills and guided them well, this country would be a very different place. In the population of the North, you have very honest individuals. I think you've worked with people from the North before. There are people who are dedicated to service.
Yes.
Nti omuwe kyokkola n'akikola n'akimaliriza ng'ayagala ng'ataddemu obwagazi n'ateekamu n'okukola obwangu. If you got to employ probably somebody from the North, that's why many hotels wengenda ojjasanga the manager mukyoli, abakozi abalimu bakyoli, amasomero obasanga in very critical roles, n'abasomesa, yes, in very critical roles. Yes, tetuganye nti in the central we have them, but in other regions also we have them, but
actually we are n'abantu nagamba, you know what, njagala kufuna manager naye njagala kufuna mukyoli, and they always say
they're there.
No, you're right. No, I want a mukyoli. I want someone from the North.
Katino,
and there are reasons why.
Katino ndaba normally abazungu bwe bajja bana abava ebweru. They know which areas to hire from or to get from which person. Agamba bugambi ono njagala won aveeno. Kasita abafunanga agamba straight away muwo omulimu. There's that confidence because they've understood that people from the North are different. Tojja kukola naye ayanguyize ekintu nga ayagala just ye kufunamu kugenda waka, no, ayagala kumeka sure nti asanyuka akimuwadde okukola asooka kukola ki kusanyuka. So we are dedicated to service many times. Abantu tebakimanyi.
Can we test that? N'abantu benkoze nabo abasinga n'abamu bemanyi abava eyo North balungi, they are good people.
So just imagine nga baba
they are open-minded.
They are open-minded.
I just love that.
Yes, tubalaba nga balina some societal challenges.
Yes.
Obusungu oluusi ebintu ebyo, those can be managed. But customer that kind of help or skill training or something.
It's something different.
Something different. Ngenda ko mu Sheraton. Bali eyo in service. Bacholi. Dedicated individuals. But if you hear their background, life has been very rough. So Kati, if you gave them, anyway, one thing I know is that the North needs some more help from what the government has given, from what the NGOs has given. Twetagayo inze kyenda bamukulaba kwange banansonyi webakiraba bubi. I think we need just like a national rehabilitation center, because when it is national, the government will be more dedicated to serving it. Wekibanga kiri private by foreign agents, kitegeeza nti we may not get
kijja kujjako ne strings attached.
Okay, maybe that it will come with strings attached.
Which we think it's one twagala kutereza abantu mentally.
Exactly.
Ebintu ebirala tulabe.
Bw'otwala such a center to the north ojja kumanya nti ojja kugolola abantu to make sure they come out. Now such centers should not only cater for the only returnees naye buli omu, because we have also lived with these individuals or with ourselves for all these years. Until we have some challenges that we want help with, but we don't know how to ask for that help, or we don't even know that we have that challenge. Mental challenges, I mean.
Mental challenges. You know, I mean, you know, when we talk about these things, olumu bitukwatako nnyo, and nolaba ensi notandika kujjamu different angles, because for the first time badde sitwankona muntu one on one nanyumiza just twabyogeranga bwogezi nolwa mawulire bakwaka one minute bite kyebadde basa abantu bina, and we don't know these stories. Totally,
because you know, if you only found out, or probably in your visits to the north, n'otuulako n'abantu abali deep in the outskirts of the city center, try to engage them and you understand. Of course, the elderly understand what they have really gone through. Then you're going to look at the general state of affairs at current. The basic necessities of ziraba nayenga mbale.
Opime.
Hey, ojja sanga omukyala ng'atambuza bigere talina ngato z'asobola okwambala, talina. But how did she get there? Nti she's so underprivileged nti sasito agula. Yes, they cannot buy sometimes. Alaba nti okugulamu engato rather asigaza sente ezo n'aliisa abaana.
Ate ewalala.
So I tell people normally, wobo ogenda mu Chakala, yes, Gulu is a place to go to, or the other districts. Go and find out. Take time to go out of your district, where you are. But first visit the north generally and the east areas that have undergone such.
Have been affected.
Yes. Ogendeko ddala mu myalo, deep down in those villages, olabe how life is. Ojja sanga nti bo bali mu 1990 something, gwoli mu 2024. I mean in terms of the haves and what they don't have. Yes. How life is moving for them.
Ebiwoma bigwa byokya. But waliwo stories ezimu nga naye tugamba tuzogereko, we can talk.
There's a lot, Essie.
So today tugenda kuma wano, and Mr. Okello ajja tusuubiza maybe olala ajja tuwayo chance akomewo wano tulenga nga twongerera ku bintu nga bino, but kansubire gwe omulebe wa S Media Oba just sympathy, Bambi, but we want you to take the things serious. We inspire you network vanti ensonga ze twogera no platform eno. Ozitunuulira n'ozekkaanya n'ozifumiitirizaako before nadakati, because according to abalabi ba S Media twogera ku bavubuka from 18 years to 40 bebasinga okulaba ebintu bino. At least wefumiitirizeeko ebintu bino omanye tutambula tutya, because oba oli awo tulina wakati awo twogeredde ntugamba kye tusaba oba oli awo tetukimanyi, but nze leero kimpadde ekyokuyiga. It has been my first time to sit the platform ngeno one on one nempulya ku story eyo, and trust me njagala okugimanya okusinga kaawo, and era nja kufuba okulaba nti tusukkako wano tulabe nga at least tukijjayo ne tumanya tuli luddawa, because Mr. Okello ampadde naye atampadde amaanyi okunoonya ebirala. So please tuyige, tusome, tubeeko ebintu ebyenjawulo bituyiga ate tubitwale nga biri serious. Tetunyumirwa bunyumizi. Nze newe mba sifunye nnyo balaba show naye at least nemanya nti abantu 10 abantu 2 bayina kye batutte. So please ensonga zo tukoma za bulabi wogiraba giweko n'omulala giweko n'omulala giweko n'omulala omugambe ogimuwadde abe nga atagitwala nga kiri serious. Mr. Okello nga tumaliriza, anything you want to tell us?
Ekiriwo kiri nti majali leero tetubadde nga tulina gwe twogerako obubi naye nga tugamba bavubuka make use of yourself. Do something with yourself. Develop something out of yourself. Oleme kutuula butuuzi. Naffe bana betuva nabo engulu tubagamba nti stop the kind of life of passers by nti obuyitamu buyisi mangu mangu omalirize tukusangeyo. Can you leave something like a footmark, a footstep behind you, or something you'll put out nogamba nti nange kyenkozeeko? Nti today should be a lesson to develop something out of yourself. That is the major lesson, regardless of every challenge.
I don't have this, I don't have this.
Sina kino. So much. So much.
Yes, nenga nsigala nze na Bulime Esther, S1 of What Talk with Essie, ate era nga Brian yabera camera. We love you so much. We'll meet next time. Bye-bye.